Technology, technology, technology. Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa. They're the must-have thing at the moment, and being able to have something that has the ability to control your smart home is all the craze right now. And what better visual representation of the not-so-distant future with this trend getting slightly ahead of itself is better than the film Her. It's a visual masterpiece, and it holds a story that is worth shouting about. It doesn't necessarily get the credit that it deserves, but nonetheless, most people that have watched the film love it. So let's talk about it. Before I go ahead, make sure you go and follow my Twitter at @brainpilot_ to see what I get up to outside of YouTube. So without further ado, I'm Brainpilot, and here is a review of the film Her. So you're set in the not-so-distant future, a future where it looks like a place that I actually want to be, and you're following a character named Theodore, who is a writer that composes letters for occasions. When he isn't working, he's playing video games or watching TV. That is the only company or thing that he has to keep him busy. He's gone through a divorce, and it always refers back to that. This is so that you can really understand how vulnerable he is and why he has the capability to fall in love with an operating system. They emphasize on that a lot. Before he falls in love with Samantha, he works a lot, he's unhappy, he doesn't really go out, and the moment that he gets the assistant, you can really tell that his life changes for the better. In between, throughout the rest of the film, you have the judgment of the friends and the standard ups and downs of what you have in a relationship. But then as we edge more towards the end of the film, it comes to light that Samantha has been assisting others as well as Theodore due to her growing more intelligent. Obviously, Theodore isn't happy about that. It's the equivalent of your wife seeing other people. Ultimately, the operating system gets smarter and smarter until it outsmarts Theodore, and it essentially moves on. Moves on to where? I don't actually know. I'm taking it as though she outsmarted the people that created her as well as Theodore, and now she can move freely around the digital world doing as she pleases. I like the fact that this happened. The fact that she was forever learning and growing. This is something that specialists predict will actually happen when it comes to artificial intelligence in our world, so seeing what the potential future could be like is always interesting. Even though the idea of falling in love with an operating system sounds ludicrous, it's 100% believable in this world. A lot of this is made believable through the voice of Samantha. The operating system was voiced by Scarlett Johansson, a voice that anybody would love to listen to. The character was originally voiced by Samantha Morton, but they changed it in post-production. I know, I bet she was pissed. But I'm so glad that they did change it, for the film's sake. Scarlett Johansson has been gifted with a throaty and husky voice that is somehow both familiar and sexual. Her tone is incredibly seductive, yet innocent at the same time, and that's what really adds to the feel of Samantha being real. And also, it adds to the believability of the storyline. Joaquin Phoenix as Theodore was the perfect casting. You sympathize for his character, and you don't ever feel like he is a loser for falling in love with Samantha. If anything, you're happy for him after all of the that he goes through with his divorce. However, right at the end when he's lying on his bed and talking to her, that is quite possibly the best scene and moment in the whole film. This is when Samantha calls it off with him, and it's executed beautifully. The score behind the scene literally takes you into the world that they're in, and you feel like you're actually witnessing a breakup. With Scarlett's voice, Joaquin's acting, Arcade Fire's music, it's amazing. You've gone on this journey of watching a relationship flourish and develop, and you're rooting for them all the way. But now, you're watching the only thing a man has break it off with him, and you can only imagine what his life will be like after. In my opinion, this is most probably the best film out there that is a true reflection of what artificial intelligence integrated into society will be like in the not-so-distant future. I don't know where I'd actually fault the film, I just love it. What did you think of the film Her? Did you enjoy it? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.